when I was thinking about this movie, because when I first saw this film, all I remembered of your performance was this hair, this icon. And so when I finally saw it again, like during this film, it kind of was a really nice moment for me. So I'm just wondering, when you take on this role, is it like the hair? Like once you get in the costume, like it just comes naturally, or is it one of those things where I don't know? Did you still need some time to prepare for it this time around?
No, the first one was a costume, which helped you, and the style of talking and the power. So the hair, grease, the incredible suits, the offices, all spoke of royalty. Royalty, King of the Markets, the top of your lines, all powerful, and off with their head. By that I mean insider trading, kill that company, just bury that company. So there was a tremendous freedom above the law, shall we say. And it was a great villain. And investment people loved him, even though he was a bad guy. They loved the sense of power that he was handled. So when he went down at the end of the movie by Charlie Sheen initially, with the wiretaps about the insider tradings, he went down. And you thought that was the end, and you would kind of clap and everything else, but people had a strange reaction. They weren't that happy that Gordon went down. It was evil. So in the second one, Money Never Sleeps, we bring him out of prison. 8 years. 8 years he's in prison, and I spoke to a number of investment bankers who had been in at least 6, had some sense of what they studied, what they did while they were in there. But he comes out with 6 with no money. All the money's taken away. He cannot trade. He's not allowed to trade. He lost his son by drug overdose while he was in there, helpless to get him. And his daughter, his only living blood, will not forgive him, wants nothing to do with him. So he's got a long ways to go. So he's very, very vulnerable. And I think we now say, okay, let's watch what this guy is possibly, how is he going to resurrect his life? And he's writing a book. He's been writing a book, Is Greed Good, which captures a lot of what was going on at the 07, 08 debacle, and these and making audiences understand these expressions and how they clump these things together. So I think he does it's kind of his rise, shall we say, back on top.
The first Wall Street kind of came out, and then there was a financial crisis, and it was almost like you predicted it. But this time around, it kind of takes an approach of more of an observant type. I'm assuming, if I don't put words in your mouth, but like, how do you feel that this one is more relevant, or is it relevant to?
Well, the second one, really takes off in the movie with the 07, 08 crisis and everything just falling out of the ceilings, and this and individuals' investments failing while the core companies' strengths are larger. So it was a direct result, and it's what he wrote about in the book.
Do you feel that Gordon Gekko's character is struggling between what he wants to kind of recapture again, and then also maybe find his heart this time around? I mean, is that the conflict that your character goes through?
No, absolutely. Well, I think he definitely wants to find his he wants his family. He wants his daughter. He wants his daughter's love. He wants to find that. He wants to regain that strength. Now, underlying that, Gordon and his daughter know that when she came down to visit him in prison, that he gave her $100 million in her name to put away in Switzerland, that she's supposed to give back to him in Switzerland when he gets out. And she's not doing that. So you can be as critical of your dad and his ways that you want to, but she's not being quite fair on the whole matter, even as idealistic as she is with her environmental. So he's got he's got a. It's a little bit of like The Godfather. You know, he's people are screwing each other. You don't know who's stabbing who in the back, and what the real intentions are. Is it love or money?